go into the practicals, and I'll first give us the assignment before we go into the theoretical aspect today. So let's sorry about that. Sharing my screen now. Here, I believe we can see my screen.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Who is that?
Yeah, so I would love to ask, it's Mikey. I would love to ask when the class will be ending today, sir.
By
Again.
10, we should end. It's 8 to 10, 2 hours.
All right.
Yeah, this was what we did the other day. We worked on a particular data set, and that's breast cancer data set. This was what we did the other time. That's the source of the data set, UCI machine learning. So you can actually go online, you will discover that data set. Now, I want us to use another data set apart from this data set, and we're going to use it to achieve the same thing that we achieved with this breast cancer data set. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to drop that particular data set on our WhatsApp group. So it will be an assignment for us. Yes, we did import pandas as PD, import NumPy as NP, import matplotlib .pyplot as PLT, and Seaborn as SN. As I said earlier, I'm still going to take my time to explain what these libraries are all about. Then we were able to input data sets known as data.csv. It could be another name. We could have named it breast cancer.csv, any name. So, but we decided to name that data.csv. So we are going to change that data now to another data set. Cynthia, please help me drop that data set on our WhatsApp group. So that's the particular data set that we're going to use later for the assignment. I'm not going to solve it. I'm not going to do it for us. If I should do that, that means I'm already solving the assignment. So this time around, I'm not going to solve the assignment. I want us to do everything that we have been doing so far has been copy and paste, but this time around it's not going to be copy and paste. I want you to think. I want you to do the editing of those code. You are using the same code, but the data has changed. So you are going to edit the variable from that code and put in another variable. So that's the work we are going to be doing. So you need the knowledge of what is a numerical variable, what is a categorical variable. I took my time out, I think the first class, to explain that, but I will still try to do another explanation of that tonight for the sake of the assignment and also for the sake of those that didn't get it the first time, especially the second class that were unable to produce the recorded version. I have the recorded version of the first class, but I will try to edit it before giving it to us to give us the part, because there were so many network issues that day. All right. So I'm not going to edit this code. I'm sure we were around. We did this as our assignments. So where we did this is what we did the last class. So, but for the assignments, what is going to change is the data. So for then, I think I can still try to move to another step before calling it for the next assignment. We don't need to stop where we stopped the other time. We can do some other things. So I want to input my data now, which in this case is still data.csv. But the next one is not going to be data.csv, it's going to be another data, which I'm not sure if it's already on our WhatsApp group. Now let me choose file. I'm just repeating this process for the sake of maybe those who didn't do the assignment, maybe seeing it for the first time. So I'm choosing file now. Okay. Document. This data. 0%. You can see it loading 82%, then it's now 100%. So we continue from here. Yeah, now we load data. After uploading the data, you load the data. So, and you can see the shape of your data as well. 569.33. That means there are 569 instances and 33 features. Instances is the number of rows, while features number of variables, number of columns. Then let me show you the data. So these are the same thing you're doing with the new data we've got. So I want to show us the data. I want to show us all the elements of the data, the rows, the column, all the features of the data. Yeah. So we have them and see. So many things. This is the data itself. So you can see we have a lot. So that I didn't release this code, but this code is actually a very nice code. Print columns. This particular code will help you to be able to know the columns in your data. So print, you can write down this code, print, open a bracket, data dot columns. It shows you all the columns in your data. So you can see the instruction there, print the columns in the data frame to verify their names. So you know the names of all your variables, the variables in your data. So that's the function of this particular code. Print data dot columns. I believe you can hear me loud and clear. Yes or no?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Hear
sir.
you.
Very good.
Yes, we can.
So drop 2 columns. So the reason why I'm dropping these 2 columns is because I discovered that they are nuisance. I don't need the ID for anything. Then this unnamed double column 32 contains no element. It's an empty. When you saw the data the other time, they put NaN, meaning that nothing is in that place. So it's just empty. But that was why we have NaN there. So I want to drop them. That's a process of data cleaning. So you may want to drop some columns in the act of cleaning your data. So we will see so many things as we move on. Data cleaning is actually the most challenging part of the whole data analytics process. Why? Because it takes time. You may need to remove duplicates. You may need to, make imputation, educated guess that this word should be here. You may need to use interpolation method for all this, So now let's try to drop 2 columns. I'm dropping 2 columns. After that, I want to print the data to see the modified data. So the new data does not have that last column that has NaN. You will notice that that one has been removed. No NaN issue. The new data I'm going to send to us is a clean data. The data is already clean. That means you won't need to remove any column. You won't need to. Are we together? You won't need to drop any column.
Sir,
So you
please,
should
sir,
know
don't
when.
understand though.
Don't worry, it's recorded. It's recorded. Don't worry. So then if I need to back it up with explanation, the new data I'm going to send to the group chat, I repeat, you won't need to drop any column. So I'm just saying it now for the record. You won't need to drop any column. All right, let's continue. So now I'm performing the summary statistics. Numerical variables, you know your numerical variables, they are either in form of continuous or integers, either continuous or count. So in this case, our numeric variables are radius mean, texture mean, perimeter mean, area mean, smoothness mean, compactness mean. So these are our numeric. These are our numeric variables. These are our numeric variables for now. But in the other data set, you will need to make the changes because the variables here will be different from the variables in the other data set. That's why it's a different data set. So radius mean will change, texture mean will change, perimeter mean will change, area mean will change, completeness, smoothness mean will change, like that. So also, so once you are able to edit that, okay, let me try to run that as well. Like you can see, although I'm not done with the code yet. I think at the we also have for the count variable, the categorical variable, where you do the frequency analysis. So you change the categorical variable from diagnosis to whatever you have in the new data set. So it's no longer going to be diagnosis. So you change it, maybe more than one. In this case, we have only one categorical variable, and that's why you have that variable, the only variable in that particular box there. So don't worry, you get to understand. All right, I think I've found that. And these are the results. Please, let's mute our mic, please. Let's mute our mic. I don't want noise in the background. So summary statistics. Who is that? So and this is the count for the count variable, for the categorical variable. So we'll continue, and this is the data visualization part. Also, you do it for the new data set, the same thing. So here you are going to change the variables from radius mean, you change it to the new one, texture mean, you change to the new one, perimeter mean, you change to the new one. And this is because you are doing an histogram. Histogram is only for numeric variables. Whenever you are doing histogram, is for numeric variables. If you want to do histogram for categorical variable, you have to change it from letters to numbers, which you will see in the process as we move on. Now, let's move on. Let's continue. Now, okay. I don't know if I've done that. Yeah, I think I've done that. So these are the outcome. Now, after that, I don't know whether we did. I don't think we did this last week. So this is to check for null values. Maybe there are null values in the. It's also a process of data cleaning. This we want to check if there are null values in the data, like the case of missing values. So this is the code for missing values. This is the code for missing values. Let's check if there are null values in our data. It's loading null values. Fine. So I will add this code to what we have already. Let me see if I can still add another one. So okay. So this is all right. This is what I was saying the other time. In that data, if you check it very well, the diagnosis has two categories. They have two classes. Some are M and some are B. But because we want to draw the histogram for that diagnosis data, the feature there, diagnosis, categorical variable. I'm changing M to 1 and I'm changing B to 0 because histogram has to do with numbers. It has to be in the form of numbers. So I'm changing M to 1 and I'm changing B to 0. So diagnosis, a categorical variable. I'm using system. People that have been using like SPSS will understand what I'm saying, where you code a particular category, you say this one is 0, then this other one is 1. So print data diagnosis, then you count the values. Let's see how we can go with that. After you have replaced it, so you see it's the same thing. 0 is still 576, sorry, 357, while 1 is 212. Now let's see the other one, the new code there. Yeah, we just want to load the new we want to convert the new data. You know, the data has been modified. Instead of M, we have, I think, 0 or 1 like that. So we want to generate a new data set as a CSV file. It's not every time you need this, but in this case, I just decided to generate it in form of a data set that I can export out of Python. All right, so I did that. All right, let me stop there. Let me stop there so that we don't get stuck. Now, let's go into the work for today. But, okay. Yes, this is our slide. I'm sure that we are recording, so I may want to just start from the beginning. Sorry. I will join you back in 5 minutes.
This guy mutumin banza ne wallahi wallahi.
All right, good evening. Please don't send name for attendance. The link for the attendance will be sent when it's time.
Okay, let us try to offer video. Not all of us has the bandwidth to be looking at videos and following the instructor.
Please, are we done with the class?
Hello, good evening. A message has been sent to the group that the class will commence in the next 10 minutes. We commence back in the next 10 minutes.
Tea break, tea break.
Who is serving the tea now?
Hi, good evening, everyone. You're welcome to this Grace Data Science Analysis meeting. I'm welcoming everyone.
And I think we can do better than this number. Just copy the link to the code and
Let me even plug my phone first.
Nepa people got the misbehave anyhow. But I need to
So that's hear me. Yes, and that's me. What are you doing there without a llama? I'm waiting for. After the
Hi everyone, good evening.
so they did that time. They began to speak.
We no answer.
Better answer for your own good. Currently, there are 27 people left. Everybody just dey left one by one. Because people serious. Oh.
so sorry uh for the break in transmission. Dauda Iliyasu, please try to remove your video. Very sorry for the break in transmission. Please help me inform people on WhatsApp that the class is starting back. We're about to start. So let's wait for some minutes. I mean, just like 1 or 2 minutes for those who have left to come back. Please let me inform them on the WhatsApp group that We're about to start. Very good. So we are back. Okay. Now let me continue with the slide. Okay, can we see my slide? Hello. Please, I need our response.
Hi.
Can we see my slide? Okay.
We can see it loading.
Can we see the slide? Huh?
Yes,
We
sir.
can see the
Loud and
slide.
clear, loud and clear.
We can see it.
Very good. Okay. Yeah. All right. So data science. Let me start with that. We have established that data science is a study of data in large amount involving extracting meaningful insight from the data when it's still raw, either structured or unstructured. So through scientific method, different technologies and algorithms, we are trying to do what? Just what you already know, trying to extract insight from data. That's just it. But then there were so many other things that were now attached to that. Okay, the data is big, then the data can be in the structured or unstructured form. So this is one of the major difference between data analysis and data science. When we talk about data analysis, it's always in a structured form. It's analysis of data in a structured form. But for data science, it is both structured and unstructured. The data can be in form of text or any other, and we'll still be able to use it. We'll still be able to generate insights using data science. That's data science for you. So it's a multidisciplinary field. All fields of study, there's nowhere data analysis, data science, and data analysis really does not apply. So let's take note of that. So we make use of different tools, different techniques, and don't forget different technologies. Technology can be Python, it can be Excel, it can be SAS, it can be R, it can be Power BI. So there are so many different technologies. For the sake of this training, we are going to sit on top of Python. But we still consider other tools, but Python will be the main focus. And I'm very happy that we're already doing one or two things using Python. So it's a very good achievement, which I'm proud of. Now, again, they say, what is data science? It combines mathematics, statistics, special programming, advanced analytics, AI, machine learning. So this is what data science is all about. So with all these tools, you use them on the particular subject matter. It may be in the health industry, it may be in the entertainment industry. You will see some interesting organizations, corporate organizations that uses Python. We will see that as we move on. So the insight can be used as a guide. The reason why we are extracting insights from data is for decision making and, if you like, strategic planning. So that's that. So we can say that in short, data science is all about the first thing, asking correct questions analyzing the raw data. Then you move to modeling the data using various algorithms, then visualizing the data to give a better perspective. Then understanding the data, that's the storytelling, to make better decisions and finding the final result. All right. Now we have what we call the data science life cycle. I explained all this last week, but I'm not happy with the way we are unable to get the recorded version of the class of last week. So the life cycle, we have 5 main phases of data science. Let's take note of that. 5 main phases. The first is the data collection. It's also applicable to data analysis. The first is always data collection and storage. So that's the initial phase. You need to get the data. That's the raw material. That's what you are using. So data collection and storage. Then from that, we move to data preparation. This is where you do your data cleaning and data transformation. That's the very first thing. And that was what we were trying to do with the breast cancer data. We removed some columns. We decided to change a particular column from the categories from M to 1 and B to 0. That is what we call data transformation. We are trying to transform the data. So we are trying to remove inconsistencies, missing values, all the null values that we are looking for. That's removing inconsistencies and addressing duplicates responses. So normalizing and converting data types. You see that? So that's what we call data preparation. Then we move to data analysis and visualization, which is the part that we wanted to actually focus on initially, some of us. So it's also part of data science. I'm happy that we're able to see the relationship between data analysis and data science. So data analysis and visualization is an integral part of data science. But all the steps we mentioned earlier, including data collection, data cleaning, data transformation, they both apply to data science and data analysis. There are also steps in data analysis. I hope we get that. So, but the one that is a bit different that makes data science what it is what we call predictive modeling. So that's what like an edge that data science now has over data analysis. By the time you start talking about deep learning, machine learning, deep learning, predictive modeling, those are data science terms, data science terminologies. So those that are into pure data analysis, they don't consider those areas. So they said that in this phase, data scientists utilize machine learning algorithms and statistical models to extract meaningful insights or predictions aligned with the project objective, including forecasting, classification, pattern discovery. Now, we move to data storytelling. Of course, this also applies to data analysis and visualization, where you interpret your data. Very important. Any data you're analyzing, you have to interpret the data. It doesn't stop at the analysis. You must be able to interpret the data correctly. I mean, the results. You must be able to interpret the results effectively, communicating the analysis results to non-technical stakeholders. So using clear language and compelling visuals, visualization also comes in. So aiming to influence decision making or strategic initiatives. So like the work I do, after doing data collection, data analysis, I need to present to my boss, which of course is not a data analyst. So, but by the time I'm able to generate pie charts, I'm able to generate some graphs, so bar charts, though it's not a data analyst, it's still going to be able to understand the trend in that data. So that is the work of a professional data analyst in an organization. using compelling visuals, nice looking visuals, you're able to interpret what is in the data for those that are non-technical stakeholders, the management of the organization. So that's that. The objective of it's a big slide, so it's for the whole course. So we have understanding data analysis, why data analysis matters, data analysis and research, real life usage. So we are going to be considering both research and business work, data and science, data analysis in both research and business work. Now, let's talk about data analysis. Now, I know we have talked about data science. For this class, we won't only focus on data science, but also want to talk about data analysis. Data analysis, according to this definition, and just you'll notice that this is still what we have been discussing. Cleaning, sorting, and shaping information to find helpful stuff and make decisions with it. So I don't believe that anybody from this class doesn't know the meaning of data analysis, doesn't know the meaning of data science. The data analysis is the cleaning, sorting, shaping of information, just like the transformation we talked about, to find helpful stuff and make decisions with it. So another word says we bridge the gap between data and insight. That's another definition. Trying to bridge the gap between data and insight, but for which purpose? For decision making, so that you can be able to make correct, accurate, smart decisions. So it's the link between raw data and the useful knowledge that we are looking for. So why data analysis is important in our world where we use a lot of data, everything around us is data. So data analysis helps us to make the right choices. It helps businesses to know where to maybe open another branch. So should this branch be more, should we open a new branch in Osun State, or should we move it to Plateau State? So it is data analysis that will help in making that kind of decision. It also helps to come up with new ideas. Oh, we have been doing this. It's like we need to improve on this, and that's data analysis. So types of data analysis, there are 4. We have descriptive analysis, diagnostic analysis, we have predictive analysis, and we have prescriptive analysis. Let's talk about descriptive. That's the one we have been doing in the practical. Are we together? This is what the practical has been all about, where we look for the mean, we look for the minimum, we look for the maximum, we look for standard deviation, we look for the frequency, the count, if it's a categorical variable, so the percentage. All these are descriptive analysis, including the plots, like the histogram we did. So any form of plot, pie chart, bar chart, they are all descriptive analysis. Everything we did in secondary school, measures of central tendency, measures of spread, they are all descriptive analysis. So you always do the descriptive analysis before you move to the other forms of analysis. Let's take note of that. So after that, we have the diagnostic analysis. This is to identify the cause of a problem. For example, is there a significant effect of what's that? Give me something, maybe level of education on Then effect. You are trying to notice if there is a cause and effect. That's what we call diagnostic analysis. Is there a cause and effect relationship between the age at which you marry and the number of children you will give birth to? You are diagnosing. All right. Then we have the predictive analysis. That is, we are making use of historical facts, things that we have done in the past, the data, historical data, to now consider the future, to make predictions. predictions. And this is where predictive modeling now comes in. And this is where data science now comes in. So analysis and data science, at times they are used as synonyms. Data science is very, before you can even notice the difference, at times the difference is very faint. In this case, analysis is used as a synonym to data science. But this predictive analysis, this now in the realm of machine learning. In the realm of all these algorithms, which at times is even not about numbers, not about categories, letters, it's even about images. Predictive analysis. Prescriptive analysis is after you have been able to make predictions about the future, you are now coming out with recommendations. After you have been able to predict future outcomes, but if you are not doing this, this is going to be the result. If we do this, this is going to be the result. You are now able to say that what can we do? We are making a recommendation. That's what we call prescriptive analysis. So 4 types of analysis: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and Python is used for so many things, including artificial intelligence. It's used for web development, it's used for data science, it's used for desktop application, IoT programming, game development. So Python is a particular software that you should always love. It has so many advantages. Now,
Yes,
Yes,
we can hear you, sir.
sir.
But
Yeah.
are we on the same page with this, right?
hello
Hi, sir. We're hearing, sir.
everyone. I know you can hear me say yes.
Yes, we can hear you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
But then how
I
many minutes
discovered
ago I lost my connection. I don't know what happened. Is it for
Yes,
one of
sir.
the connection?
Who did that?
Let's continue then. Please let's mute our mic. Okay, can we hear me still? I believe
Yes,
I
sir.
can hear you, sir.
we can hear me. All right.
Okay, yes, sir.
So these are top companies using Python. We have a whole lot of companies using Python. So we have Bank of America, we have Google, and so many other organizations.
We can't see your screen.
So your screen is no more visible.
Either in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. The list is limitless.
Sir, we can't see your screen. We can't
We
see
have
any, we can't see your screen, sir.
Pinterest, we have Facebook,
Hello, sir. We cannot see your screen.
YouTube, Quora, Freelancer, all of them, they make use of Python for data science.
Hello, sir. Sorry, we cannot see your screen. Please, can you pay attention?
So
We cannot see your screen. Sorry.
the skill is always needed. So let's move on. All right. Of course, for a data analyst, we have this set of skill, Excel, SQL. Hope you can see my screen.
No, sir.
The network. I believe you can hear me anyway.
Yes, we can hear you, but we cannot see your screen.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And you are offline now.
Can anyone hear anything?
I know they hear anything. I can't hear a thing. Guy.
Be like the man don't go.
I don't
Don't
think
go again.
he's offline. I can't hear anything at all.
Well, me, I
Hear
did
me now.
two video call like this. Glasses.
Are you hearing anything?
Yeah.
All right, man, don't come out too.
Now God go help us for this basha.
They might be no.
Well,
I think you don't.
They might be so good. They might be so good. No, that one will vex me.
The network today is bad. It's terrible.
They might be no good. No.
Okay, I believe we can hear me now. It's the network. The network was very, very bad. Hello, can you hear me now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Aha.
Yes, sir, we can.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I don't know what went wrong with slow network. Okay. Very sorry. Please help me tell people on the group that the class is starting again. I don't want anybody to miss out. All right. Let me make sure I share my screen. This was the network. Okay. Very good. Okay, can we see the screen now?
Yes, we can.
Very, very good. So sorry. I don't know whether we heard me when I was talking about what is Python and the uses of Python.
we had
Yes,
you.
we did. Yes.
Did you
Yes,
hear
we
me
heard
while I
that,
was
but
talking about the uses of
Yes,
yes,
Python?
we heard
we
that, but
had
we did
you.
not see your screen.
Very good. Very good. All right. So these are companies using Python. We have so many other companies not listed because of the space. I can't use the whole slide to list out all the companies. In Nigeria alone, we have thousands of organizations using data science, Python, but you can always discover that on LinkedIn, Facebook, all of them, they make use of Python. So all the banks, they make use of Python. They need data scientists that have knowledge of Python, very important. So you can see the skill set required for data analyst, Excel, SQL, Python, Tableau. So these are the skill sets you should look forward to developing, either within the space of 6 months or within the space of 12 months. So please try. If you are going for analyst, that's what to look into. If you are going for data science, you can focus on this. I told us in one of the classes that Python alone can do everything you need to do in data science. So you don't need anything you need is inside Python. So if you are going for Python, then you are making a good bargain. But then the challenge with Python is coding. So once you are ready for coding, then we are good to go with Python. Then data engineers, we have Python and some other things there. So just take note of them in case that is what you want to go on with. Now, of course, data scientists, they can work as a data analyst, they can work as a machine learning engineer, visualization expert, storyteller. This storyteller is not movie, it's not mass communication. This is just somebody that can interpret the result of an analysis. So operation team, domain expert, anybody that's a grounded data scientist can do all that. Now, why Python? Python works on different platforms, either it's Windows, Mac, Linux. So you can use Python on all platforms. Python has a simple syntax similar to English language. So Python doesn't understand French. Python understands English. So Python has syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than in some other programming languages. What we take a page in some programming languages, we take just a line on Python. So Python runs on an interpreter system. So that means it has short execution time. Even all these SPSS, if you look at them very well, they also use Python technology to help them to speed up the execution time of the running of the codes. You notice that by the time you are running the codes, it doesn't take more than seconds. That's because of this particular feature, that is, it runs on an interpreter system. The codes are readily interpreted. So the machine already interprets the code easily. So this means that prototyping can be very quick. Python can be treated in a procedural way, an object-oriented way, or a functional way. So key features, okay, it's good. It's good I go into this. Yes, let me leave Python a little bit. So we'll continue Python later. So maybe for this class, what's time now? It's 9:12, so we still have time. Very good. I've discussed this in the first class, but then I discovered that many people did not gain anything in that first class. So, but now let me use the opportunity to still talk about them. Data sets, of course, we know what a data is: collection of data points, structured or unstructured. So data, those are raw facts that has been collected with the aid of any particular instrument you can think of. So measurements, that's what I'm really interested in, because this is the foundation of data analysis. Measurement. What is measurement? Anybody that wants to help us? What is measurement? Already it's on the screen. So it's the process of assigning a value or a score to an observed phenomenon. Very important, that definition. We are trying to put a value on top of a particular phenomenon. Okay, this is the amount of this particular thing. If the phenomenon is weight, okay, what is the value of that weight for so object? You are assigning a score. Okay, a student has done an examination. What is the performance? So we assign a score to that performance. Observed phenomenon. Then we have what we call scales of measurement. We have 4 scales of measurement. We have the nominal scale, we have the ordinal scale, we have the interval scale, and we have the ratio scale. Yeah, what's the nominal scale? This is another word for nominal is name. So nominal means names. So they are categories, they are just classes with, take note of that, no sense of order. No sense of order for nominal scale of measurement. So nominal scale is actually the most primitive scale of measurement, like names of persons, colors, gender. You can't say that male is greater than female. You can't say that Tayo is greater than Tokwe. They are just names of persons. They are measurements, of course, but then nothing like greater than or less than. So color, you can't say that green is greater than blue, nothing like that. And so many things like that. Even location, you can't say that rural is greater than urban. There are different locations. So ordinal scale, categories, this they are also in form of categories, also a scale of measurement, also in form of classes, but in this case, a sense of order has been introduced to the measurement. Also in form of different classes, but we can say that this one is greater than this. We can say that this one is less than this. For example, classes of degree. We have first class, we have second class, we have third class. Everybody knows that first class is greater than second class. It's better. It's preferable to second class, preferable to third class. So strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree. We know that there is a sense of order in that arrangement. So we know which other example can we have? Ordinal scale of measurement. Anybody? Anybody that want to help us? Ordinal scale of measurement. We have so many examples.
Yes, we also have something like very serious, not serious, in
Yeah,
terms
that's
of
still
content or
Likert. Those are
factors.
Likert scales. You are correct. But I want examples like uh, let's say obese, overweight, moderate weight. You understand? Then we have the less weight. What will I call that? All these nutritionist students can help me with that. So the minimum one is it so you know what I'm trying to say anyway. So we have the overweight. Okay, the underweight. Yeah, we have the underweight. Yeah. So let's move to the interval scale. But before we move to the interval scale, I want you to take note of something. Both the nominal scale of measurement and the ordinal scale of measurement, they are in form of categories. So we call them categorical variables. Categorical variables. But the next two that we are going to be dealing with, they are in form of numbers. They are in form of figures. So we refer to them as numeric variables. Numeric variables. Now, when we talk about the interval scale, as I said, they are in form of numbers. But there is a problem with the interval scale, and that's the presence of what we call arbitrary 0 point. It doesn't start from the absolute point, 0 point. Let's use temperature as an example. I want to ask us a question. Temperature in degrees Celsius. Some of us that were in the first class will get this. Temperature in degrees Celsius, is it, what's the minimum temperature possible in degrees Celsius? Anybody? The minimum temperature possible in degrees Celsius.
Minus 270.
Sorry, I did not hear that, sir. Sorry.
Minus
All right.
273 degrees Celsius.
I can't hear us very well. The minimum possible temperature.
Minus 273 degrees Celsius.
Okay, yeah, you are still the one. Yeah, I know you. Okay. Who else? Okay, another person has also said the same thing. Minus 273 degrees C.
273 degrees Celsius.
Very good. That's the minimum possible temperature in degree Celsius. Very good. That means that temperature in degrees Celsius does not start from 0. 0 degrees C is not the minimum possible temperature in degrees Celsius. That makes that 0 point an arbitrary 0 point. I hope we get that. So, and when we talk about arbitrary 0 point, that is which scale of measurement? Interval scale of measurement. Then we have the last one, which is the ratio scale of measurement. Ratio scale, of course, is the most advanced, and there is what we call the presence of which type of.
Your screen is off, sir.
Yeah, I'm coming. It's going to come up. Okay. So the next one is the ratio scale of measurements, which is the most advanced. So we have the presence of what we call the absolute 0 point. Absolute 0 point, meaning that the 0 point is not, there's nothing lesser than that 0 point. Let's still use temperature as an example. Temperature in Kelvin. The minimum temperature possible in Kelvin is what? Who is helping us? Minimum temperature possible in Kelvin.
0 Kelvin, sir.
0 Kelvin. Yes. So that means the scale of measurement for temperature in Kelvin is what? Ratio scale of measurement, because there is presence of absolute 0 point. So both the ratio scale and the interval scale of measurement belongs to the numeric variable. So not only temperature, weight is also, the minimum weight possible is 0 kg. So the minimum length possible is 0 meters or whatever. The minimum volume possible is 0 centimeter cube. So that means that at those levels, that's the absolute 0 point. And the scale of measurement there is what? The ratio scale of measurement. Those are the 4 scales of measurement. And we'll continue to need them, knowledge about them as we proceed. Now, variables. Okay. What's a variable? In a short form, a variable is anything that varies, anything that can change, anything that can exercise change in magnitude is a variable. Okay. So we have types of variables. Let's say categorical variable versus numerical variable, which we have discussed. They are in form of categories. I mean, categorical variables are in form of classes. So no numerical value. The best we can have is a range of value, like we have in age group, like we have in blood pressure. No, blood pressure is a numeric variable, but you can convert it to a categorical variable. You can always convert a numeric variable to a categorical variable. Very important. Let's take note of that. We can always convert, you can write it down. We can always convert a numeric variable to a categorical variable. Let's use age as an example. Age is a numeric variable, but you can convert age to age group. Weight is a numeric variable. We have 3.45, 3.6, 35.4. Temperature is a numeric variable, but we can always convert them to what? To categorical variable in form of range of values. So weight in categorical form now will now be underweight, moderate weight, overweight, then what? Obese. Blood pressure in categorical form will now become high blood pressure, moderate blood pressure, then low blood pressure. And it continues like that. So gender is an example of a categorical variable, male, female. Age is numeric. So many examples of numeric variables. Numeric variables are variables in form of numbers, figures, specific figures, not range of figures. Once it's range of figures, it becomes categorical variables. Let's take note of that. So we have another classification of types of variables. We have the independent versus dependent variables. And independent variables are variables that are manipulated in research. That is, they explain changes in the dependent variables. Now, let me explain in an easier form. We have a variable, let's say, what's the impact of age at marriage on number of children? But we notice that in that particular question, one is affecting the other. We can see the effect of one on the other. We now look critically into that. We say, okay, which one is affecting the other? So the one affecting the other is the independent variable. Why the one that is being manipulated? I mean, the one that is the outcome variable, not the one that is being manipulated. The outcome variable is what now? Is the dependent variable. The response, the one that is receiving the effects of the manipulation, is the dependent variable. So independent variable can also be called explanatory variable, while dependent variable can also be called outcome variable. So the one that is doing the manipulation is the age at marriage. We can decide to manipulate age at marriage in a research. Okay, let's see when a particular person is marrying at the age of 20. Let's change it to 25. Let's change it to 30. And we now look at the effect on the number of children. So, of course, that is what we call independent versus dependent variable. Once there is a cause and effect relationship, so we have the independent versus dependent variables. Also, we have the continuous versus count variables. Continuous variables and count variables belong to a type of variable known as numeric variables. So before a variable can be continuous or count, it has to be a numeric variable. It has to be in form of numbers. Now, a continuous variable is a variable that is in form of course, numbers, such that between one value of the variable and another value of the variable, there can always be a middle value. It can take up decimals, it can take up fractions. It can be in form of decimals, it can also be in the form of fractions. That is what continuous variables. So any variable that can be written in form of decimals, 3.25, that is a what's the name? A continuous variable. 2/3, that is a continuous variable. But when a variable can only be in form of counts, like number of students, like number of children, like years of schooling, all in just in form of count, that is what? A count variable. Like what we already know, integers, whole numbers, that's count variables, also known as discrete variables. All right. So we have the dichotomous variables. Dichotomous variables are variables that are categorical variables, but they only have two values. So only two possible values. The categories, only two possible categories. Like yes or no, true or false, gender, male or female, marital status, sorry, not marital status, pregnancy status. Pregnancy status, positive, negative. HIV status, positive, negative. Contraceptive use, either you're using or you're not using. So those are dichotomous variable. Di means two. Now we also have the extraneous variables. Extraneous variables simply point to the fact that when we are doing a research, what is the impact of age at marriage on number of children? You will agree with me that it's not only age at marriage that affects number of children. We have other factors. Just that in that particular research, we want to be silent on other factors. We only want to talk about age at marriage. We only want to talk about maybe level of education on income. There are other factors that affect income apart from level of education. So those other factors that affect our dependent variable, but of which we are not interested in going into, in making our primary focus, we refer to them as what? Extraneous variables. Extraneous variables. So that's that. So understanding the fundamentals that we have discussed is essential as we go further into data analysis, allowing us to make informed decisions, extract valuable insight from the data we encounter. Now, this is 9:31, so we still have 30 minutes. All right, let's move on. Of course, there are sources of data. We have primary sources of data. We have secondary sources of data. We have structured data. We have unstructured data. Primary data. This when you go to the feed on your own to collect your data. Maybe you decided to design a questionnaire or a Google form or anything that you can use as your feed instrument. Maybe it's in form of an interview or a focus group discussion. So that is what we call primary data. You are the one collecting the data for a particular research purpose. But secondary data is when you are relying on a data that has been collected by another person for the purpose of your own research. The data was collected for a different purpose, and you have another purpose for which you are now using the data. That is what we call secondary data. Secondary data. Okay, let me see the definition we have here. It says primary sources. This is like getting information directly from the source map. It's when you collect fresh data by doing surveys, interviews, or experiments. It's super specific and accurate. Then we have the secondary sources. This is like using someone else's notes. It's when you use data that other people already collected, like reports, databases, or old records. It's cheaper and easier, of course. It's time saving, but it might not be tailored to your need. Just like the data you used for the first assignment and second assignment, that data.csv, you are not the one that collected that data. You saw it somewhere and you decided to use it. That is what we call secondary sources. so many secondary data online. I'm sure one time or the other you might have come across that. So still on secondary sources, so you choose based on what you are researching, how much money you have, but that's true. So it saves money. Secondary sources saves money, saves time, saves stress. So, and if you want a new or existing data, so many times, I don't know what's here, I've not really gone through this. So, all right, let's talk about structured versus unstructured sources. A structured source is when you have a spreadsheet or a database. I believe we are following what I'm saying. When you have a spreadsheet, you have a database, you have rows, you have column. That is structured data. But there are other sources of data, we call them unstructured data, like the data on Twitter, where you have different people talking about different things, or you decide to organize a focus group discussion or an interview, and the person is allowed to talk freely. It's not questionnaire, interview, blah, 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 blah. That's what we call unstructured data. Unstructured data. All right. So we have the structured source. It's great for maths and numbers, and it's usually found in official records or organized databases. While the unstructured sources, imagine a big messy pile of papers. Unstructured data is all jumped up and doesn't follow a set order. It includes things like text documents, social media posts, emails, and videos. So those are unstructured data. All right, still talking about that. It's harder to make sense of it, but it can have really valuable information. So to sort it out, you need fancy tools like computers that understand language and learn from data. You can use software like ODK, Atlas, TI. So those are used for qualitative analysis. So you are likely to deal with software Atlas TI. And also, of course, like we said, Python can handle unstructured sources. So Python can help with machine learning to learn from the data that's unstructured. All right. Sorry for the background noise. So data sources and collection. Let's take both structured and unstructured data are important for solving complicated problems in business and research, and they give different kind of information when combined. Help us see the whole picture. Yeah, that means it is good when you combine both structured and unstructured data. The questionnaire will give a particular set of information, but by the time you now use the qualitative analysis to back it up, it also helps to see the inner mind of people, different from the categories that you have limited the information to. So, and we have analysis technique for that as well. All right. Now, data analysis and data analytics, what's the difference? Data analysis is the beginning. That's where you have it's just like data analysis and data science. That's where you have the descriptive analysis. You are using your Excel, you are using all those stuff. But by the time you start the analytics aspect, so that's where you start the future forecast, predictive modeling. So it's just like the data analysis and data science. All right. So it's like using a crystal ball and give blah blah blah. So data analysis is like looking in the rear view mirror, and data analytics is like looking ahead for forecast prediction. So the first two, the descriptive and the diagnostic analysis, that's the data analysis itself. For the other one, the predictive analysis and the prescriptive analysis, that's the data science, that's the data analytics. I believe you get that. Are we still there? Please, can you try to explain?
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't get that, sir.
Sir.
All right. So using data analytics for better decisions. We have this already. All right. Let me look for what is still important to us tonight, because we can continue on and on. So I think from here we stop tonight.
So I have a small question, sir.
Okay, yeah, questions, please.
Yes, sir. I also used to hear of diagnostic analysis. Can we classify diagnostic analysis as part of data analytics or data science?
Okay, yeah, I'm coming. Sorry, I think it's where I should come. I want to stop the screen sharing. All right. So, diagnostic analysis is data analysis. Are we together? Is data analysis. You are learning from historic data. You are yet to, for example, if I say, what's the effect of I'm coming? Is there any, or let me say, I need a numeric data. That's why I'm a numeric variable. So does years of schooling depend on family size?
No.
Does years of schooling depend on family size? That means the family you came from.
No.
How big is the family? So does it determine the number of years you are able to spend in school? And by the time we start, we discover that there are some families, they have 12, but then you trying to know whether there is a significant effect or there is no significant effect. That's the diagnostic analysis. Do we understand that? So now, but by the time you now start making future forecast, that you are now trying to know what will happen in the future. That is what predictive modeling. You are making prediction, or what they call predictive analysis, and that's the major difference between diagnostic analysis and predictive analysis. When you are making forecasts, you are able to know that I have been able to arrive at a line of equation. I mean, an equation, a predictive equation, a model. So when you are using that model to predict the future, so you have moved from diagnostic to what? To predictive. So I think you have seen the line, the line that differentiates that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Any other question? So it would have been nice for those of us that, because I was on the group chat the other day and people were like, these practicals, we have not done it. Don't worry, we are going to learn everything step by step. But I don't want a class that it will just be talk from the beginning to the end. Imagine me giving you assignment on another theory. I mean, what is this? It doesn't tell well of a training program. It has to be practical, intensive. Now you can do some things on Python, even though you have not learned it. Is that not good enough? You have learned on the job. I think that's the best. So to me, we are going to be doing it side by side like that. Both the practical, whether we have learned it or not, we tax ourselves. So like that. So I think that would be the end of the class for today. Anybody having any question? Questions?
What about the attendance, please, sir?
Yeah, the attendance. I think someone is already sharing the attendance form, the link. Yeah, the link has been shared already. You can check the comments part.
Attendance link has been sent to the in-call message, sir.
Mr. Michael, over to you. You are the moderator of this class.
For tonight's class,
Have a
our
wonderful night, everyone. But I'm
Thank you.
leaving us with Mr. Michael so that you settle the issue of our attendance before leaving this
All right,
place,
sir.
please. So I don't want to. Thank you. Have a nice
All right,
day.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right. So good evening, everyone. The attendance link has been sent to the in-call message. So all we just need to do is to tap the link, and the code, the access code has been said. The access keyword has also been
Send
sent
the link
to the
again.
group page.
Please, kindly send the link again. Thank
Okay,
you.
I will send the link again.
WhatsApp group. Is the link being shared to the WhatsApp group?
So it's on the keyword message, but I will send it to the WhatsApp group now. Then we will just okay, I'll send it to the WhatsApp group now.
All right.
Yes, sir. What about the assignments? The assignments for today.
For the assignment will also be sent to the WhatsApp group.
All right.
So the attendance will be logged by 10 o'clock. So let's just.
If someone has sent attendance, can the person leave now?
Yeah, when you are done filling the attendance, you can leave. But in the attendance, there is a part we have to take the screenshot of this class. There is a part you have to take the screenshot of this current class, then upload.
What about the activities carried out?
Please,
The
what are the
activities
links
carried
for?
out. In the activities carried out, you just give a brief like note on what was done today. A brief note, just it may be in just few words of what was done today. Do you understand, sir? It's just a brief note on what was
Sorry,
done today.
please, which one is pictorial evidence? Which one is pictorial evidence?
That's what I'm explaining. You take a screenshot of today's class that you are on currently,
Please, what's the class
then you upload it.
keyword?
The class keyword has been sent to the group is data 0991.
Data. Who is this? Oh nine 91. Weekly attendance. Come again, I'll break your head.
Please kindly simplify it and be able to successfully fill the attendance.
I just need this place for attendance.
For your activity carried out, you can just put introduction on data analysis and data science. Yeah. So that's just something short that you can put on activities carried out.
I put introduction to Python, physics.
Okay.
That's what I put there now. Submitted already.
Okay. Here to
Yes,
Python.
yes.
You just put whatever comes to you for the class.
I think we can exit once you are done with your attendance, right?
Yes,
What's
you
the
can.
keyword?
You can.
What's the keyword?
You can. I sent the keyword to the
What's the
WhatsApp group and to this info message.
what's the class keyword?
I sent it now.
It's not here. Somebody has deleted it. Someone deleted it.
Okay. The keyword is data 0991. Data 0991.
We didn't get you, sir.
Eh?
Data 0991. Data
Okay.
0991.
Data 09. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello, the key code is 0. Hello, sir. I can't hear you. 09.
Data
Data
0991.
0991.
Okay, data 0991. Okay.
But we still need the link, sir.
Okay, I've sent it to the WhatsApp group. Kindly check.
Okay, sir.
You don't even have the mind to lock it.
Hello, like
Yeah.
on the group chat.
What do you say?
Hello?
Yeah, I will send it.
Yes, the link has been deleted from the WhatsApp.
Yes, it will be sent back here, please. It's just for the sake of those people not in attendance, not to feel.
Many of us have success. How many of you in the group have successfully done the attendance?
So we are still waiting for the link now.
I have. See, you can copy it from this thing. Copy it from here. Go and paste it in your Opera Mini or Google. Just take it directly to, since it's Google form. Take it directly there. This one is handy.
I have completed mine.
So I hope we've been able to fill the attendance. Yeah, the Victoria evidence. You just take a screenshot of the class. Please try it again. It's going to work.
You said the keyword is data 0991, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For those of us still online, please, the attendance will be closing in 3 minutes. That's by 10 o'clock. Hello? I hope the other some people here have been able to pay.
Yeah, I've done mine. Submitted.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Please, leader, can you send the link to my?
So, sorry, I can only send the link to the in-call message. I was asked not to send it to the WhatsApp group. Where is it again?
Oh, to
Okay,
my.
I'm sending it again.
I can't access it yet.
Please, can you send me a message quickly? On WhatsApp.
Please, this screenshot, download, uploading of screenshots. Mine is I'm finding difficult to upload. Hello, please. How do I do this
It's
uploading of file?
just make a
Screenshot.
screenshot.
It's not uploading on my own.
And just screenshot on your phone.
I've screenshotted, but it's not uploading on the Google phone.
It should actually. It should upload because every other person have done it.
Trying it separately. I've been trying it since.
Oh my goodness.
I've tried it.
Oh.
Hello, please, if you can mark the attendance, please stay online so that at least if you can mark it, I can screenshot. I can make a screenshot.
Okay, we are waiting.
So please, are you still trying it? Because I'm still trying. I'm still trying to
I'm still trying. It's not uploading.
communicate with the people at the back end of the phone.
I'm still trying. It's not uploading.
Hello, please. What is the keyword?
Yeah, you're unable to upload.
Yes.
Look, the class keyword.
Please. The keyword is data 091.
091. It's not entering.
No?
Zero data 091. No space. Okay.
See, me, I'm having issues with the screenshots. Oh, I can't screenshot on my system. I don't know.
You know what? The phone will still be on till 10:10. So you can try and navigate around it for now.
Date of attendance. Month.
Oh.
Like the
Screenshot
attendance will
that
still
is
be
the
on till
issue.
10:10.
This screenshot is the issue. I'm not getting it.
Today is 20.
How will I get it? How do they screenshot on system?
Just use Snipe. Use Snipe.
Okay, I
Just
can
look
use
for
Snipe. Yes, thank
yeah.
you. I'll use sniping too. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, I missed out on the instruction. What exactly am I going to send? The data 0991. Like where to?
didn't even think of sniping too.
Please, I can't still upload.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I can't still upload.
Are we using the same email we were given before to upload to or something?
Eh? Yes.
Yes,
Activity carry out.
I'm coming, please. Oh, please hold on.
Not you.
Um,
I don't know why my picture are not right. Can somebody like explain it?
Please, I'm coming.
Oh.
Sorry, I need explanation. I want to upload evidence, but it's showing in my
Baby. Why is this in everyone?
Mr. Bernard,
yes, sir.
please could you explain to me like how to go about it?
Not done it. They say add file.
You said what?
I should add file. Then it's loading. I'm in my drive, so I don't. My drive empty.
Hello, everyone. I believe everyone have been able to fill the attendance now because the person at the
No,
back end will lock the.
No, I was not able to add file.
no.
Yeah.
Someone said she's unable to add file.
Yes, to upload the picture. It's not uploading on my own.
What about every other person here? I believe we've been able
No, it's
to
not.
read
Myself
inside,
too. Myself too.
except Christiana.
And me too. Damn it.
Sorry, what's the problem from your end?
I've not done it.
File to my folder.
Hello. Hey, Christiana, can you start afresh again? Because I don't know, you shouldn't be facing any difficulty uploading.
I don't know how I can.
Still have how many people now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let me just screenshot this. We can. Okay. All right, good night, everyone. I'll be leaving the call now. I believe every one of us have been able to fill the attendance. We're just online. Is that it?
I've not been able to fill the attendance yet, sir.
That was why I asked earlier that was the problem from your end.
I have not done mine. My own is that my folder is empty, and I don't know how I can put anything there to upload.
Now don't mind. So same problem. Cannot upload pictures from here.
So is there any way out? And since we cannot, this step we have not done it, there's no way we can submit. That's the problem here.
Well, from my end, I don't really know what can be done, but the best thing that can be done, I already did that. That is me screenshotting the number of people that are online currently. So I will communicate with the people in charge of the attendance. So if what anything they can do, but then I already took a screenshot of everyone that is online currently. So I think that should be an evidence that you come online. But then I'm not saying that is guaranteed the fact that the attendance is automatically done, but I will just send the screenshot to them and they will do what they can do from their end. So, all right. So I screenshotted.
Screenshot.
Thanks. Yeah. All right, you're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Dubai, naturally, one married wife.
If I did what I do, I got